Row in Palm Beach. They knew each other. Epstein frequented Mar-a-Lago for a time. There's now a widely circulated quote.
As we found additional victims, one victim would tell us about others. Those others would tell us about others, and it began to multiply.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Talking to you guys about Epstein's Little Black Book. Epstein has a little black book. It's mad. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification of the uploads, baby. For those of you returnees, you ain't got, I lie, you got the minerals, you got the minerals. If you're returning, yeah. Alright, cool. So I'm talking to you guys obviously about Epstein. You guys might have watched the documentary and everything like that, but recently Anonymous came out and obviously revealed there was a little black book that had all the names of people that he had done business with, in the sense of with these I guess pedophilic rings. Okay, now obviously guys, I saw a couple of names on there and I'm like, oh my god, you know, I saw Naomi Campbell, I saw Chris Tucker there, I saw Chris Evans there, Chris Evans by DJ, by the way. I saw Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump as well. I saw, you know, there was David Blaine. There was a few other names I saw in there as well. So many names in this black book, you know, and that's what's scary, you know, that there's so many names in this black book. But what I want to say about it is the fact that Prince Andrew, one of the princes of UK, was heavily involved. And when we saw in the documentary that he was very much involved in going over to the island, he was very much involved in terms of, you know, going to see Epstein. Okay, they had a very close relationship. Even in the UK, when Epstein had been convicted, there were still many people associating with him. Why? Because they had a sick lifestyle. Why? Because they were sick in what they were liking and wanting. And look, I'm saying this again. This now, we can say somebody is sick for having an orientation towards kids. How long before they normalize and say, we can't say it's sick anymore? How long? Because that could be the next step. But anyway, with Prince Andrew, I remember as well, I saw an article where the royal family is looking to almost like, she made Prince Andrew basically step down from any particular duties. I think he already stepped down anyway, but again, just to kind of say that, hey, this is another indication that we're not with it. And if you know anything about Prince Andrew as well, Prince Andrew in the documentary anyway was very much heavily involved with Epstein on his island. Okay, now there's an island which they termed Pedophilia Island. I mean, it's just mad. Like a whole island termed as Pedophilia Island because of so many little girls were coming to the island. Bill Clinton was on that island as well. Some people came to the island, maybe didn't do anything. Some did, some didn't. But a whole prince was caught up in this whole situation, right? And it's letting you know again that the world that we're living in is controlled by elemental forces, and I'm very specific about what they're called. They're called demons, devils, my friends, and that's the simple what it is. This is why Jesus Christ said, listen, that every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Every tongue, every knee shall bow. Demons, powers and principalities have been defeated already. They're going to be underneath the footstool of Jesus. So they ain't got no say in nothing, okay? But the truth of the matter is that they're still roaming on this domain and still having free reign, in the sense of the fact that, you know, that men and women that don't know Christ are great habitation pods for these devils, okay? And so with Prince Andrew as well, like situation, you know, how does a whole prince, somebody who's so high up in the royalty, get involved with someone like Epstein? What kind of reach does Epstein have that he's able to now rub shoulders with princes? You know, this is let you know that this is a whole cabal, it's a whole ring, it's a whole cartel, it's a whole team effort that they put together, right, to do certain things. Some years back, there was a photo of the witch woman or whatever that was having a blood bath. And people were drinking from the blood bath with the likes of Jay-Z and them, like whatever, right? And it was said that it was fake or hoax or whatever. But these are the things that we're talking about. Every time something satanic happens, it's hoax. But you have you not watched enough African movies? I think it's time for you to start watching some African movies, some Nollywood. We show it openly. I want to say this point as well, that a lot of this pedophilia stuff, the rings and stuff like that, is all ritual. It's sexual rights that the enemy uses. In the Old Testament, they would use temple, they would do temple prostitution and stuff like that. But also in the Old Testament, they would sacrifice their children, their seed, for the god of Molech, right? And so we see that in the Bible several times over. So this ain't nothing new. Their God is not our God. You understand? And deep in it is as well that fact that this little black book contains so many names of what people had done things with them that it's unthinkable. Yeah. And so there's a lot to lose and a lot on the line if this really blows out properly. You know what I mean? Because Epstein should have never got off the case. It didn't make sense. How did he get off with 18 months in prison, but didn't even go to prison at the time? Made a plea deal basically. You know, he basically didn't face any particular jail time per se. And the thing went through levels, district attorney, you know, and all that stuff like that. It went through several levels before. It should have never got that far. But when you have secrets, it's mad. So, you know, I can understand now that obviously there was a whole thing about Diana was obviously, apparently Diana kind of found out about these sex rings. Listen, let me tell you something about Diana. Diana would have seen more than just sex rings. Okay, let me tell you something that you guys may not know. When you serve the devil, okay, because the devil is the god of this world. Let me tell you something. When you're at the top where they are, there's no way you don't encounter devils. Look, you can't rise to a certain level without encountering either Jesus or devils. Yeah? Because the god of this world is Satan, it says. So either you serve Jesus at that level or you serve other forces. You know? And someone will say, whoa, that's a bit... I'm like, listen, let me tell you something. You are looking at a black book which has names of people that are in the paedophilic ring. How far-fetched would it be that there's devils up the top? Please, don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. Now we're seeing spiritual things, okay? And so, I mean, there was a documentary by General Butt Naked.
I was naked and they are shooting me and nothing was happening. Get them! It was not just psychological, it was the means of displaying my power. When I'm naked, I disappear faster. When I'm naked, I activate my spiritual powers faster than when I had on clothes. So that was why I was naked.
In Africa. But you see, when it's in Africa, people go, it's African, it's African. Listen, let me tell you something. Africa is the revealment of what Europe is doing.
He gave me, because that collax is like a pipe that drains the blood of people directly to the dark world. So even if I had the opportunity to shoot you with a gun, I would prefer killing you with that collax.
Africa shows you its rawness. It shows you, like, for instance, when there's guerrilla warfare in our country, the guerrilla warfare that's done in UK is not done the exact same way. It's not a free-for-all, right? But it's organized guerrilla warfare. When you see the witchcraft that's happening in Africa, that is open-ended. It's witchcraft in UK. It's just behind closed doors. It's just organized. Do you feel it? Because that's what the people are used to. That level of democracy, which is not really democracy. Don't get it twisted. All these things happen behind the scene. So, you know, that Diana would have seen a lot of these things that were happening. And not just the sex rings, but also the deaths and the rituals, sacrifices. I
was a priest to the tribe, even before the war. And as a priest, it is my responsibility to protect the tribe through the powers that the deity gave me.
They have to do so much to stay on power and stay in, because the person who wants this wants blood. It's interesting because blood is the highest currency we can get. The Bible said that the life is in the blood of the animal. It's it's the highest currency. It was blood that was washing all the things to make it sanctified. In fact, we are washed by blood. That's what it sanctifies and makes us clean, right? Christ's blood covers us. Christ's blood was spilt on the mercy seat so that now we can enter into his presence and not feel no way, because his blood speaks better things than Abel. It doesn't speak vengeance. You understand? And so the blood is so important in the spiritual realms. That's why people's deaths happen, where specific suspicious deaths happen, and you're like, Diana's death in itself was suspicious. And Anonymous, exposing the fact that Diana's death was a conspiracy is nothing new. El Fayyad, the dad of the son, was saying this for how long? I did videos on this. Like, this is nothing new. Harry knows this. That's why Harry kept on saying they killed my mum. That's why Harry wants to move away from the royalty. This is nothing new. I reported on this already. All you're seeing is something that has already been said and done. Do you get me? Yeah? Like, it's bigger than just man. It's bigger than just forces of man. This goes beyond, it goes into the spiritual realms of stuff. Yeah? So, yeah, guys, that little black book is about to expose so much. I hate the fact we share the same name, but at least I know that that little black book's about to expose people for what it is. Just like we like to expose the truth here. So, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I don't know what you guys feel, but let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. It's mad in the dunya. Appreciate you.